Ricochet Consignment Software has an integration with Google Fonts, and this is a great way to add some additional branding or style to your site. Now, in the design section of the software, there's going to be the ability to utilize the 12 default fonts that work across all web browsers. Many stores might want to utilize a different font for branding purposes, or to get a cooler font for a header or H2. And Google Fonts is going to be a great place to find that information. So to start out with, you'll want to go to fonts.google.com. Once you come to the site, you're immediately going to see a lot of fonts available. And you will probably need to do a decent amount of scrolling through to see fonts that are going to work best with your store. Now, what you also can do is click the sentence section at the very top of the screen and type in something like your store name or the headline that you might add to a page or H2, so that way you can see how that font's going to look with the copy that you want it to represent. There's a few things to consider as well while you're going through here. Let's take Roboto, for example, in the upper left-hand corner. We can see here that it's got 12 styles, where Zenloop only has 2 styles. Or this one here that honestly I can't pronounce only has 1. The idea behind styles is the boldness or the thickness of the font itself. So with Roboto, if I click on the font to go to the page, I can see a large amount of font variations to utilize for the site. So if you do find a font that you like and they have a lot of variations, our suggestion is to maybe keep a couple in the light, choose a couple in regular, maybe 1 or 2 in medium, and then a bold option as well. So that way you can have variations between paragraph fonts or header fonts. Now, the best thing to do here is just simply click select the style next to all the styles that you want to use. Once you do that, it's going to open up your selected family window, which by clicking the button in the upper right-hand corner that looks like 3 squares and a plus sign, you can either hide or view your selected families. Now, when you click several of these styles, you can see that they're going to start appearing below the Roboto line. Thin 100, light 300, regular 400. So essentially just choose all of the styles that you'll want to utilize. Now, you also can click back, go back to your fonts list, and choose a secondary font, or as many fonts as you'd like. So let's say I go to Zen Tokyo Zoo here. This is a great font that might be good in place of a logo or an insignia, or maybe as an H2. And we can see it's only going to have 1 style. Now once I click select this style, I can see that a second option now appears. Roboto has collapsed, and Zen Tokyo Zoo now just shows the regular 400. Now once you've chosen all your fonts, you can go back to the Ricochet web store, go to the design section, scroll all the way to the bottom, and then you're going to see the custom fonts field where you can add in your custom fonts. Now to do this, you'll need to go back to fonts.google.com, and in the selected families column, go down to where it says use on the web. Make sure that the radio button is clicked on link, and then you're going to see a couple of links available. What you're going to want to use is the bottom link. You'll notice that it'll have the different style sizes in there, like 100, 300, 400. Best practice is to start highlighting the link from the bottom of the module, go all the way up to the top caret, then hit copy. Now, once you go back to your Ricochet site, you can click inside the custom font field and drop in that information. And once you click outside of it, and that will go ahead and bring over all of the fonts that you've chosen into the Ricochet site. Now, if you were to go ahead and refresh the screen, and then go to any of the font drop-down menus, we're going to see Zen Tokyo Zoo and Roboto available, so that way you can utilize them on your website.